thank you for everything that you all do. What I'm here to briefly say is that we are naming this course in honor of our beloved Erro Lynd, our fallen fighter who we love and appreciate and who lives on through us. As we undertake this course, we aim to embody Erro's vision, Erro's commitment to our class, to building the unity of the poor and dispossessed across all lines of division, to the political independence of our class, and to base building and building the Nonviolent Medicaid Army in new regions. Let Erro's spirit be with us as we grapple with the battle for the Bible and the battle for the ballot, independent class politics, and the path to fundamental change. Something Erro was deeply committed to, something Erro could envision and believed was possible and was working toward with every breath and every ounce of their energy up until the last. We know that history is written by the ruling class, and their think tanks and institutions will not honor and lift up the leaders of the poor and dispossessed. It's up to us to write people's history and to lift up the heroes and unsung saints of the people, like Erro Lynd, like Peg Franzen of the Vermont Workers' Center, like Patrick Braswell of the Rochester Homeless Union, James Shearer of the Massachusetts Homeless Union, like Mother Jones, the Mother Jones Leadership Program of Put People First PA, and the Annie Smart Leadership Development Institute of the National Union of the Homeless. This is another thing that we have learned from and contributed to our international siblings in the landless workers movement, the MST, who do this so powerfully in their studies, in their schools. This is how I learned about people like Carlos Marighella in Brazil, Jose Marti, George Habash, and so many others. As we undertake this course together in honor of our beloved Erro Lynd, who was also so incredibly committed to our right to study, I'll say that Erro Lynd was a freedom fighter, and they taught us how to fight. And we're going to fight all day and night until we get it right.
We are soldiers in the army. We've got to fight, although we have to cry. We've got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We've got to hold it up until we die. We are soldiers in the army. We've got to fight, although we have to cry. We've got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We've got to hold it up until we die. Well, Martin was a soldier, kept his hands on the freedom plow. He said, I might not make it, but I'll give my life to fight on anyhow. We are soldiers in the army. We've got to fight, although we have to cry. We've got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We've got to hold it up until we die. Johnny Tillman was a soldier, kept her hands on the gospel plow. One day she got old and couldn't fight anymore. said I'll stand here and I'll fight anyhow. We are soldiers in the army. We've got to fight, although we have to cry. We've got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We've got to hold it up until we die. Our Erro was a soldier, kept their hands on the gospel plow. One day they got sick and couldn't fight anymore, and they said I'll stand here and I'll fight anyhow. We are soldiers in the army. We've got to fight, although we have to cry. We've got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We've got to hold it up until we die.
Good morning, this is Erro in Wyoming, and I want to say thank you to everyone here, because without the Nonviolent Medicaid Army network, then we wouldn't be organizing here in Wyoming. When my wife Julia and I moved here 5 years ago, we went looking for organizations that were organizing the poor, but we didn't find any. So we realized if we want to build a movement of the poor, if we want to develop leaders from the leading social force, then we're going to have to do that work ourselves. We've got to start from scratch. Being connected to the NVMA has given us the support and the political clarity and the confidence that we can do that work ourselves. Last spring, amid healthcare crises, our Wyoming crew hosted an organizing exchange with leaders from Pennsylvania and Vermont. It was a beautiful weekend full of connecting with our base and loving our class and developing our leadership. I know that as long as we stay connected, we're going to find a way forward here in Wyoming. Not one step back!
Oof. Thank you so much, Butterly, Briann, Nijmi, and for your blessing, Julia, in putting together that Mystica. And I'm just really glad that we're all here together today.